Last night brought an unexpected moment that quietly shifted something inside your person. A woman reached out to them more than once, and while the messages may have seemed ordinary on the surface, the emotions behind them carried a deeper intention. Her words were thoughtful, almost carefully crafted, to touch emotional places your person has been struggling to understand within themselves. Instead of ignoring the conversation immediately, they paused and reread the messages slowly, not because they suddenly forgot what they feel for you, but because the situation forced them to confront emotions they had been trying to keep buried. One message especially lingered in their thoughts. It suggested they deserved something simpler, something easier than the emotional complexity they have been carrying lately. For a brief moment, those words created reflection and uncertainty, not about your value, but about whether avoiding difficult feelings would somehow protect them from emotional vulnerability. Yet the more they thought about it, the clearer another truth became. No outside attention, no carefully chosen compliment, and no temporary emotional comfort could recreate the connection they associate with you. What exists between you carries history, sincerity, emotional safety, and a depth they have not been able to replace. Instead of creating distance from you, the experience unexpectedly highlighted how important your presence still is within their heart. It reminded them that genuine emotional bonds are not built through manipulation or convenience, but through trust, honesty, understanding, and consistency over time. Deep down, your person is beginning to realize that real connection cannot simply be distracted away when it has already touched the soul in a meaningful and lasting way forever. That woman wasn't random. She has been observing both of you quietly for months, waiting for the right night to strike. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because her third message revealed something no one was prepared for. She didn't ask for love. She offered comfort, the kind that enters when someone is emotionally weak. She said, "I can help you forget them, my child." Those words were a dagger, wrapped in sympathy. He didn't reply, but he also didn't block her. That silence, that pause, that hesitation, heaven noticed it. The angel saw the confusion in his heart, torn between loyalty and distraction. And right now, Archangel Michael is whispering into your spirit, do not react in anger. Wait. Something massive is about to unfold. Stay till the end, because within the next 48 hours, your person will face a choice that decides everything. And what's more shocking, it won't be between you and her. It will be between truth and temptation. At 12:07 a.m., a small sign appeared. His heart sank. He opened your old message, the one you sent days ago, but never deleted. That was heaven's intervention, making him remember what real connection feels like. His eyes filled with regret. He realized no temporary voice could replace the depth of what you gave him. But my beloved child, the danger isn't over yet. That woman isn't backing down. She's convinced that by playing patient, she'll win. What she doesn't know is that divine justice has already begun aligning the truth in your favor. Every word she sent is now echoing back to her energy. The spell of deceit is breaking. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. You're about to see proof that not all battles are fought loudly. Some are won in silence, under divine watch. Tonight, something strange will happen, a sign that you were never forgotten, a light flicker, a message delay, or a name you haven't heard in weeks suddenly appearing. When it does, don't panic. Just smile quietly. It means Archangel Michael's wings are covering your situation. Heaven is not exposing this woman to humiliate her. It's exposing her so you can rise. Your person is realizing that the connection with you was never meant to end with confusion. That woman's messages were only a test to prove whether his heart could still be tempted away from true love. Right now, he's reading your name again. He's scrolling through your photos, remembering what real loyalty feels like. And while she waits for his response, He's typing something else entirely, a message meant for you. But heaven is holding it back for the right moment. Because timing is everything, my child. Stay till the end. The story isn't over, it's only beginning. The woman who tried to create distance will soon face the same silence she tried to use against you. She will see that love built on manipulation never survives divine truth. The universe is about to reverse her plan, turning her scheme into your victory. And when it happens, you won't have to say a single word. The energy will speak for itself. The truth will return to you, quietly, beautifully, like a sunrise after a storm. So don't scroll. Stay right here, because within the next few moments, something that was hidden will finally come to light. Heaven says, you don't need revenge. You need alignment. The same person who was distracted by her messages will soon be guided back to you, not because you chased, but because you healed. The distance wasn't rejection, it was protection. What's meant for you cannot be replaced, no matter who tries. My beloved child, take a deep breath. The storm that started with those 3 messages will end with divine revelation. She sent words to confuse, but heaven will send signs to confirm. Everything is turning in your favor, faster than you think. Don't skip, stay till the end, because tonight, when the clock hits 917, you'll feel a strange warmth in your chest. That's not coincidence. It's your spirit recognizing that what once was hidden is finally being revealed. And remember this, what she tried to take, she only helped strengthen. What was broken is being rebuilt stronger, purer, divinely aligned. The next message that reaches you won't come from her, it will come from him, with truth, clarity, and emotion he can no longer hide. My beloved child, stay right here and don't move an inch. What's about to unfold is not just another story. It's the part where truth breaks through the silence. The air around your person is heavy tonight because their conscience has started to speak louder than any message that woman could ever send. Something divine is happening behind the scenes, and if you leave now, you'll miss the most powerful revelation of all. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because at dawn, when the first light touched his phone screen, he saw something that made his heart stop for a moment. A notification that didn't come from her, but from an unknown number, carrying a single sentence, "You're being watched for your choices." It wasn't from a human. It was from energy itself, heaven's way of saying, wake up before it's too late. Heaven knows you've been patient. Heaven knows you've cried quietly while pretending to be strong. That patience is what's moving mountains now, aligning truth to find you. The same woman who thought her words would pull him closer is now restless because she can feel her plans slipping through her hands. As the night grew quieter, your person found themselves unable to escape the memories that resurfaced after those unexpected messages appeared. What unsettled them most was not the attention itself, but the realization that no outside conversation could recreate the emotional peace they once felt with you. Long after the phone screen dimmed, their thoughts kept returning to moments they thought they had buried, your laughter during ordinary conversations, the comfort in your silence, and the way your presence once made life feel calmer without effort. For the first time in a long while, they understood that what they lost was never just companionship or attention. It was the rare feeling of emotional safety that only certain connections can create. The more they reflected, the clearer it became that temporary validation cannot replace genuine understanding. While another person may have tried to enter their emotional space through carefully chosen words, your connection lives much deeper than surface attraction or passing curiosity. Your person is beginning to recognize the difference between attention that feels exciting for a moment and love that leaves a lasting imprint on the heart. Instead of reacting impulsively, they are slowly becoming more aware of what truly matters to them emotionally. Even small reminders of you now carry unexpected weight, bringing back feelings they can no longer dismiss or explain away. What is changing inside them is not driven by jealousy or competition, but by clarity. They are starting to see that real love never needed to force itself to be noticed because its impact remains long after distance, silence, or distraction enters the picture. And with that realization, their heart is quietly moving back toward honesty, understanding, and emotional truth once again. The woman was only the reflection of distraction. You, my beloved child, were the reflection of devotion, and now the difference is becoming painfully clear to him. Even she can feel it. Her intuition is restless, her thoughts clouded. The messages she sent out of strategy are now returning to her with confusion. Because the universe mirrors intent, every sentence she crafted to make you look forgotten is now making her feel invisible. Divine justice is quiet, but precise. Your person, on the other hand, is walking through awakening. You might not hear from them yet, but they're standing at the edge of realization. Every song, every number, every small sign seems to whisper your name. They're beginning to understand that connection doesn't fade, it transforms, until the truth forces it to rise again. My beloved child, stay till the end, because heaven is preparing a moment that will leave you breathless. The moment when your person, unable to hold it anymore, will reach out, not to apologize, but to confess. They will tell you what really happened that night. They'll admit they didn't reply, they didn't fall for her words, but they were tempted to see what life looked like without you. And in that absence, they found emptiness. Archangel Michael has sealed your energy from deceit. That means even if that woman tries again, her words will bounce off your person's mind, like water on glass. He's now being guided back toward his truth, and you are that truth. But heaven doesn't want you to wait in pain. Heaven wants you to rise in peace. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because the greatest shift is about to begin. Over the next few days, you'll notice small signs aligning, your favorite song playing randomly, your phone lighting up at the exact time you think of them, a sudden sense of calm replacing your anxiety. That's not coincidence. That's divine synchronization, announcing that peace is returning to its rightful owner, you. The woman who tried to interfere will soon be silent. Her curiosity will turn to confusion, her confidence to regress. She will realize that the one thing she can't mimic is authenticity. And no matter how many messages she sends, she cannot copy the energy of your soul. Your person will feel it too. The emptiness in conversations with her, the awkward pauses, the forced laughter, it will all start to collapse, because you can't fake alignment. When heaven designed your bond, it placed a frequency between you two that no imitation can override. Stay till the end, my beloved. This is not revenge, it's revelation. The truth is coming to light not to punish, but to purify. You will see their name soon, not out of surprise, but out of purpose. And when that moment comes, don't rush, just breathe. The same angels who watched that woman text him are now preparing the message he'll send to you, the one that will change everything. So keep your energy steady. The night that began with 3 messages of confusion will end with 1 message of truth. Heaven has already written the ending, and when it unfolds, you'll understand why you had to go through this silence before your miracle could arrive. My beloved child, take a deep breath and stay right here. Don't scroll, don't blink, because what happens next is not just emotional, it's spiritual. The night that started with confusion is now turning into a divine revelation. The truth is unraveling in ways that no one, not even that woman, could predict. Heaven has stepped in, and every hidden word is now returning to light. Stay till the end, because what she thought was a private game has become a public lesson in karma. The energy she sent out to break your peace is circling back faster than she can hide. She doesn't know that every time she mentioned your name in her messages, Archangel Michael recorded it as evidence of intention. And now, the universe is preparing her reckoning, not with pain, but with realization. Meanwhile, your person's heart is shifting. He's quiet today, quieter than usual. His mind is replaying every moment, every word she sent, and every emotion that followed. But something feels off. The excitement that woman expected to create has turned into unease. It's like his soul knows he's standing on the wrong frequency, far from the peace you once gave him. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because your energy, yes, your silent strength, is echoing in his spirit. Even when he tries to distract himself, your essence finds its way back to him. Every time she texts him again, he feels a hollow ache that reminds him what genuine love actually felt like. With every new conversation, your person is beginning to recognize a truth they can no longer avoid. What once seemed exciting or emotionally distracting now feels strangely empty compared to the connection they shared with you. The more they listen, the more they notice the difference between temporary attention and genuine emotional understanding. What exists with someone else may create curiosity for a moment, but it lacks the depth, calm, and sincerity your presence brought into their life naturally. This realization has stayed heavy on their mind because it forced them to confront emotions they had been trying to silence for far too long. Instead of feeling fulfilled, they are starting to feel emotionally drained by anything that lacks authenticity. Quietly, they have even thought about reaching out to you. More than once, they opened a message window, typed a few words, then erased them again because nothing they wrote felt big enough to express what they are truly feeling inside. It is not confusion stopping them anymore. It is the weight of knowing this connection deserves honesty, clarity, and emotional maturity before any words are spoken. At the same time, they are beginning to notice how truth naturally reveals itself over time without force or drama. Certain behaviors, inconsistencies, and emotional patterns around them are becoming harder to ignore, allowing them to see situations more clearly than before. Through all of this, your person is slowly understanding that the connection they once took for granted was the very thing that brought balance, peace, and emotional safety into their life. What they are learning now is that real love is not built on excitement alone, but on trust, alignment, understanding, and the feeling of being deeply seen without needing to pretend. Heaven is showing him the difference between a distraction and destiny. My beloved child, you might feel invisible now, but trust me, your silence is louder than any message she ever sent. Every second you chose not to chase is a seed that heaven is turning into victory. The angels are moving pieces quietly, aligning truth, exposure, and justice in divine order. The delay is not denial, it's precision. Stay till the end. Because within hours, something will shift physically. You'll feel a sudden peace, like the air itself just got lighter. That's the moment heaven begins closing the false chapter. Her presence in his life will start fading, calls unanswered, messages left unseen. The same energy she used to intrude will become the silence that swallows her pride. He, on the other hand, will be drawn back to the memory of you, not by guilt, but by truth. He'll start remembering your voice, your patience, your calmness in chaos. And when he does, the contrast will hit him like lightning. He'll finally understand what love built by heaven feels like compared to something created out of ego. My beloved child, stay till the end, because your spirit is being restored right now. The pain you felt when you found out about those messages is the exact pain heaven used to elevate your frequency. You've transformed without even noticing. You're no longer the same person who waits for validation. You've become the one who carries divine confidence. That woman's mission is over. Her purpose was to test your person's loyalty, not to destroy your connection. And now, as her energy fades, your glow is returning stronger than ever. You will soon start to attract peace, clarity, and abundance, not because of revenge, but because of balance. The scales have turned, and heaven has declared your name in victory. Don't skip, stay till the end, because something sacred is about to happen. In the next few days, your person will be guided to release a burden. It could be a confession, an apology, or a gesture that carries the truth. He will tell you everything, not to justify himself, but to bring closure and clarity. That's when you'll feel the power of divine timing. And when it happens, my beloved child, Don't rush your emotions. Let him speak. Let him express. The universe doesn't rush restoration. It perfects it. You are about to witness how everything that once broke you becomes the reason you rise higher. The messages that once hurt you will turn into proof of your strength. So stay till the end, because soon you'll see it clearly. What she sent was never powerful enough to steal what heaven designed for you. Her words were fleeting, your truth is eternal, and the moment your person realizes that, everything she built will crumble like dust, and everything you are will rise like light. My beloved child, this is your season of revelation. Keep your heart still and your spirit awake. The story that began with deceit is ending with divine justice. The truth is no longer hidden. It's on its way to you, wrapped in peace, carrying the closure your soul has prayed for. My beloved child, this is the moment where silence turns into revelation. Don't scroll, don't even blink, because what's coming next will make your heart tremble, not from fear, but from divine confirmation. The final chapter of this story isn't about betrayal, it's about awakening. What began as a distraction is ending as a divine lesson that no manipulation can erase true connection. Stay till the end. Sometime after midnight, when the world around him had finally gone quiet, your person found himself alone, with thoughts he could no longer outrun. The messages he received earlier kept replaying in his mind, yet, instead of bringing excitement or comfort, they left behind a strange emptiness he could not explain. The words sounded polished and emotionally appealing on the surface, but the more he reflected on them, the more disconnected they felt from anything real. In that restless moment, he instinctively reached for his phone and began scrolling through old conversations until he paused on a message from you. It was not dramatic or complicated. In fact, it was incredibly simple, filled with honesty, calmness, and the kind of care that never demanded attention to prove its worth. He read those words repeatedly, and for the first time in a long while, the emotions he had buried started rising to the surface. What overwhelmed him was not nostalgia alone, but the realization that what he experienced with you carried something far deeper than temporary attraction or emotional excitement. It was peace, the kind of peace that makes a person feel understood without needing to explain every part of themselves. In that moment, he began understanding that genuine connection cannot be recreated through carefully chosen words or fleeting attention from someone new. It is built slowly, through trust, emotional safety, consistency, and sincerity. At the same time, he is starting to notice how situations built on confusion or mixed intentions eventually reveal their cracks naturally over time. Quietly, clarity is replacing illusion within him, and with every reflection, he is becoming more aware of the emotional truth he once tried so hard to ignore completely. He's realizing that her words weren't connection, they were confusion. Her affection wasn't love, it was distraction. And while she played games, you carried silence that spoke louder than any message ever could. Heaven is proud of you, my beloved. You didn't fight dirty, you didn't chase chaos, you stayed aligned. That is your strength. That's why the tables are turning so powerfully in your favor. The same phone that once received her messages is now filled with the vibration of regret and reflection. Your person is questioning everything, every choice, every moment, every emotion he thought he understood. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because within this reflection lies your victory. The angels are shifting his energy closer to truth, step by step. Even when you feel unseen, you are being remembered. Even when you feel forgotten, your name is echoing in his spirit. Every sleepless night he has now is heaven's way of awakening his soul to the damage done by that woman's words. My beloved child, your silence became the loudest sound in his mind. He keeps remembering how your energy never demanded attention, but always carried peace. The woman who tried to mimic you can't hold that same vibration. She's losing her grip on him not because of guilt, but because her energy can't breathe in truth. The divine realm has cut her access completely. Stay till the end, because in the next few days, a message will arrive, not from her, not from anyone else, but from your person. It won't be grand or poetic. It will be real, raw, trembling with emotion. Something like, I can't explain it, but I can't stop thinking about you. And that's when you'll know. The shift has completed. The confusion has ended. Truth has spoken. My beloved child, you are stepping into the part of the story where everything finally makes sense. The reason heaven allowed that woman to text him was not to hurt you, but to expose what needed to be seen. The lies had to surface so the loyalty could be purified. The distractions had to appear so destiny could realign. He is changing now, quietly, deeply. The same eyes that once looked away are now searching for you everywhere. He's remembering the softness in your voice, the calm in your touch, the peace in your presence. And though he hasn't said it out loud yet, he knows. No message from anyone can ever replace the energy you carried effortlessly. Don't move, my beloved. Stay till the end, because heaven is about to reward your patience in a way that will shock you. The same situation that broke your heart will become your biggest confirmation that divine justice is real. Everything that was meant to harm your peace is now rebuilding your power. That woman is fading out completely. She will soon realize that she was never part of his destiny, just a chapter meant to teach him discernment. Her texts were the final test before truth returned home. Her silence now is not coincidence, it's consequence. She's realizing that what she tried to steal was never hers to hold. Meanwhile, your person is changing from the inside. He's not the same anymore. Every heartbeat feels heavier with awareness. Every breath laced with longing for what was real. The universe is preparing a moment where paths cross again, not by accident, but by divine alignment. It will happen naturally, as if destiny itself arranged the timing. Stay till the end, because when it happens, you won't need to say much. What is changing now is not only happening within your person, but within you as well. The pain and confusion that once weighed heavily on your heart are slowly being replaced with a calmer understanding of your own worth. Your energy no longer needs to fight for attention or prove itself through endless explanations. Quietly, your peace is becoming your strength, and that shift is something your person will eventually recognize without words needing to force it. They are beginning to understand the difference between temporary attention and genuine value, between being desired for a moment and being deeply appreciated for who you truly are. The experiences of the past have shown them that real connection is not built on excitement alone, but on trust, emotional safety, honesty, and consistency. As clarity continues growing inside them, they are starting to see how much your presence brought balance and sincerity into their life. At the same time, you are moving into a space of healing, where your focus is no longer centered on fear of loss, but on becoming emotionally stronger and more aligned with yourself. That inner peace changes everything because it allows love to exist without desperation or emotional chaos. If your person finds their way back toward you, it will not happen because guilt forced them there, or because confusion clouded their judgment. It will happen because they finally understand the truth of what your connection meant to them all along. The story that once carried hurt and uncertainty is slowly transforming into something clearer, calmer, and more honest. And through every lesson, you are rediscovering your own strength, resilience, and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your value never depended on someone else recognizing it immediately.